Welcome back. And top on the brief this morning, we'll start with security. Former Chief of Army Staff General Theophilus Danjuma, retired, has charged the military top brass led by the Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa to end banditry and killings as soon as possible. The octogenarian and former Army Chief gave the charge on Tuesday in Abuja during the presentation of a book titled Big Boots, Lessons from My Military Service, authored by Major General Solomon Udonwa, retired. Responding, the defense chief said the armed forces won't be deterred by the challenges confronting them in the fight against banditry and terrorism.
Our number one problem today is security. We must end the banditry and the killings that are going on in our country as soon as possible. The responsibility are on your shoulders. Those of you who are still serving, no excuses. Absolutely no excuses.
The armed forces of Nigeria is positioned, is willing, is dedicated and committed in ensuring that we restore peace and security in our own dear country. We will not relent, we shall not be deterred. There are going to be challenges, yes, but that's why we're here. I want to assure you that we have learned a lot from your record. Very, very distinguished senior officers that have modeled us all through the years. We cannot afford to fail, and we will not fail.
More on security. Troops of Operation Sanity of the Nigerian Army have neutralized 4 bandits during a clearance operation in Biriningwari local government area of Kaduna State. A statement issued by the Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Mr. Samuel Aruwan, said the troops encountered the bandits in Alawa and Kwaga general areas of Biriningwari and immediately engaged the bandits in a fierce gun battle, during which 2 of the criminals were neutralized. The troops also recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 3 magazines, 3 motorcycles and 1 Baofeng radio from the bandits, and rescued 13 hostages from a kidnappers' hideout in Kachia local government area of the state. In the meantime, the governor of Kaduna State, Senator Ubasani, says he is happy with the effort made by the military and other security agencies to curb all forms of banditry in the northwest zone. Senator Sani adds that the consistency in the attack on bandit leaders will go a long way in securing the region. He spoke on our political program, Politics Today.
The people of that northwest, as not only Zamfara, Okoto, Katsina, even Kaduna, and Niger, were all really happy with the effort made by the military, because killing of Abibu Subugu is very, very important, because you see, he's someone who commands a lot of other bandits around the northwest axis. So eliminating him will go a long way in addressing most of this problem, because most of his followers will be in this area. Most of them certainly will know that it's a matter of time before they are also going to be eliminated. So that is, for me, is a very, very welcome development. Of course, Bello Truji, for me, just like the CDS have said, General Christopher Musa is another person that I have no doubt in my mind it's a matter of time before they can also get to him. So for me, it's a welcome development, and I have no doubt in my mind this is just the beginning of most of the successes we're expecting from the military as well as other relevant security agencies in Nigeria. And we at our level, we will continue to give them all the necessary support, because we know they are making all the sacrifice to protect the lives and properties of our own people, which is key aspect of governance, as you are aware.
And more cheering news, as troops of Operation Safe Haven have recorded a major breakthrough with the arrest of members of a syndicate specialized in the sale of firearms and ammunition in Plateau State. 5 members of the syndicate were arrested during an intelligence-driven operation carried out in a hideout located at Naraguta mining area along Bauchi Road in Jos North local government area of the state. Firearms and ammunition ranging from locally fabricated rifles, automatic rifles and AK-47 magazines and ammunition are some exhibits recovered from the syndicate. The spokesperson of the operation, Major Stephen Zakom, paraded the suspects at the headquarters of the operation in Jos, the state capital. The Borno state government is planning to close all emergency camps for displaced persons in the next 2 weeks when the water is expected to have receded in the affected areas. Governor Babagana Zulum made the disclosure when he received officials of the National Emergency Management Agency at the government house in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Professor Zulum explains that the government will maintain the 36 camps created to cater to those affected within the Maiduguri metropolis as efforts are made to address disruptions arising from the flood. And now to politics. Bauchi State Governor, Mr. Bala Muhammad, has responded to FCT Minister, Mr. Nyesom Wike, asserting that no one can destabilize his state. Mr. Muhammad, who chairs the PDP Governors Forum, spoke on Tuesday just before a meeting with the National Working Committee of the party in Bauchi State. In his words, quote, "Nobody can put fire in Bauchi State. Bauchi has volumes of water. Even my friend that is saying he's saying that because he is annoyed." He said further, "Maybe I had said something that annoyed him, but it is not personal. My friend is my friend. My job is my job. And leadership is leadership." Away from politics now, the National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has shut down an illegal factory producing counterfeit cosmetic products at Benway Plaza Trade Fair Complex in Lagos State. Disclosing this in a post on its X handle on Tuesday, the agency said the factory was shut down after its operatives raided the location and discovered various unregistered chemicals and packaging materials along with expired products that were being revalidated for sale. During the operation, over 1,200 cartons of fake cosmetic products worth 50 million naira were seized by NAFDAC. The items include mini mixing containers, unlabeled chemicals, batch coding materials, and thinners. They were confiscated and moved to the NAFDAC office for further investigation. A total sum of 1.203 trillion naira for the month of August 2024 has been shared to the federal government, states, and local government councils in the country. The revenue distribution was announced at the September 2024 meeting of the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee, FAC, in Abuja. The 1.203 trillion naira total distributable revenue comprised distributable statutory revenue of 186.636 billion, distributable value added tax revenue of 533.895 billion naira, electronic money transfer levy revenue of 15.017 billion naira, and exchange difference revenue of 468.245 billion naira. A communique issued by the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee indicated that total revenue of 2.278 trillion naira was available in the month of August 2024. Total deduction for cost of collection was 81.975 billion naira, while total transfers, interventions and refunds was 992.617 billion naira. And now outside our shores, at least 9 people have died and thousands more are injured after handheld pagers used by Hezbollah exploded in Lebanon on Tuesday afternoon. The health ministry says 200 of those injured are in a critical condition, with a munition expert telling the international media that the devices were likely packed with up to 20 grams of military-grade high explosives. Hezbollah has blamed Israel for this, what it describes as the sinful aggression, saying the country will get its fair punishment. Israel is yet to comment, but had said earlier that a new aim of the war in Gaza is to return evacuated residents to northern Israel following attacks from Hezbollah. In sports, President of the Confederation of African Football, CAF, Patrice Motsepe, says the federation is concerned about situations where some member associations host their home games on neutral grounds owing to poor pitches in their countries. Mr. Musepe told journalists at a media briefing in Nairobi, Kenya, that the federation is willing to work with these member associations to address these issues so as not to deny football fans the opportunity to see home matches. I imagine that has implications not just for poor infrastructure, but also for revenue that can be generated from fans trooping to home stadiums to watch football.